This photo of Sue working the cattle here is a pretty typical day's work for her. She does a lot of trail riding in the high country as well. So with that kind of riding as routine, she was up to the challenge when her horse Oz told her that he wanted her to throw the bridle away. She'd recently been on an 8-day horse retreat here where we'd had someone who'd had their first bridle-less ride, and it was a quite emotionally moving experience, so she was quite logically thinking that she and Oz's first experience would be similar. So she gets on, and for a moment she's sitting on him, la la la, enjoying the moment, and she felt this gleeful feeling come over him, and with great exuberance and no scariness in it at all, she says, Oz took off around this big open paddock, followed by all the other horses too. They raced around 3 times at high speed, all of her horses yahooing around the paddock together. After the 3rd time round, with all of them enjoying themselves mightily, she remembered what she'd learned here. She felt into herself more deliberately, reached for her inner guidance system, and as she did that, they came to a stop and sat there, all of them together, and enjoyed the gorgeous feeling of what they'd just done. The very next day, she rode over to the neighbour's place bridle-less. She lives in a place where the neighbours are quite a distance away. And within a week, she and Oz were working the cattle bridle-less, sometimes with a halter but no rope or reins, and just as often with nothing on his head at all. I loved hearing about the euphoria of her first bridle-less ride, but the biggest part of this story, though, is how her key to success with her horses, which was her inner guidance system operating smoothly and easily, was also a key to a major life transformation for her. And this is the kind of life transformation that I call horse magic. Sue lives the kind of life that lots of horse people dream of. She lives in a beautiful place, does a lot of her work in the saddle. She's riding all the time in those beautiful places. But she tells me that she lived her life in overwhelm, always struggling to try and control her feelings as well as trying to control her horse. Now, because of really understanding that her feelings are just part of her inner guidance system and getting really good at that with her horses, now Sue allows her feelings to flow and understands what they're telling her. On the rare occasions that she feels overwhelmed, she has both a path and the support to understand and fix it. And I asked her, what does that mean to you? She said, it's hard to describe such a big change. I found inner peace for the first time. It's such a big deal and I feel very good. You can talk to both Sue and myself in the comments section about both of our journeys to developing our inner guidance system, and you can find out what opportunities there are for you to experience the same kind of emotional freedom. Just to finish off, Sue said, it's very easy to discount our inner wisdom, and yet it is the source of everything that is good and wonderful. We are not alone. We are never alone when we work with horses like this, and that is what's so beautiful about it.